Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about today is something that I had touched on yesterday in the community intel video, okay? And I talked about this at the end of the video, and I will put the video like tag thing up at the top here. Zip, there it is. So, all right, listen. This has to do, and this is a very important video, okay? I think this might be one of the most important videos I've ever done. And yes, it's happening in Nigeria right now, but yes, this will come here and it's going to smack us all in the face. And this is something that I have been warning you all about for a very long time. And for those of you who know Trish, and for those of you who don't know Trish, I will introduce you to her. We are going to start doing our lives shortly again. It's just, you know, trying to get our schedules to work together. That's what that is, okay? Trish is my best friend. She's an international banker, and she also works for Goldman Sachs. Okay, so she is literally one of the smartest people you will ever meet. Okay, so I had received an email from a community member who is from Nigeria. She lives here now, though, but she still has family, friends who live in Nigeria. And so when she sent me this email, I did my own research, obviously, because I always do. And I'll read you the email. I will give you my input, and then I will give you the facts. Okay, I will give you the facts of what I have found. And I want you to prepare. And when I mean prepare, I mean buckle your ass in and prepare. Do not wait any longer. Do not, be lackadaisical any longer. Even if you just prep $5 a week, prep, okay? And I mean it. And I'm going to be harsh in this video, okay? Because I have to be. Because you guys who have been with me for a while, you know me, okay? You know, a lot of you know me personally. We've spoken on the phone. You have my personal phone number, okay? It's, you guys have to my windows are open. I live in Tampa, so that's the noise, all right? But it's a nice night out. I'm not closing my windows, all right? But listen, you know, you guys really have to realize how bad it's going to really truly get, and it's going to get bad soon. Okay, so on with this email. She said the central bank changed the physical currency and mandated everyone take their old money to the banks and exchange it for the new money. That's all well and good. The deadline was February 1st. The banks, however, don't have the new notes to give to the people. That's right. Even debit cards and digital transfers are not working. Exactly. So what's happening, okay, is they have enacted their version, if you will, of CBDC and UBI. Okay. So that means your debit cards, your credit cards, nothing is going to work ever again. They're garbage. Cut them up, throw them out. Okay. People can't buy food and other life necessities. No, of course not. Of course not. You're not going to be able to buy those things anymore. You know, until this, what's the word? Until this literally smooths itself out, okay? Folks are stranded on the roads because they don't have the money for cab fare, right? Because their money is no good anymore. And that's the fact, Jack. Okay. She said, my friend in Nigeria tried to buy meat and she cannot because her debit card keeps getting declined. Right. Because her debit card is just another piece of plastic. That's why. Okay. She said neither could she do a phone transfer. No. No, because the money that's in your phone, that's in your bank account, that's in your Cash App, that's in your Zelle, that's in your PayPal, it's garbage. It doesn't exist anymore. So forget that it's even there. Just forget it. Delete the apps. It's no longer there. It's garbage. Okay. She said, thankfully, I stayed on her case to stock up, and she's been doing it slowly. Now she gets it. She said she's going to be more aggressive with stocking up on dry foods. Many cannot stock up because of their living circumstances and limited lack of money. Folks have money in the banks but cannot get their money out. I'm sure the banks are trading with said money, earning both profits and interest while the people are starving and dying. Exactly. That is exactly what is happening here, okay? Now, I have literal facts. I have literal video to show you what is happening here in Nigeria, okay? These poor people are, it's like torture what's going on over there, okay? And it's all because of their president, okay? And the central bank. They did not print enough money to cover what was already in the banks. Okay, so say the banks in total had, I'm just going to put $1 million in the banks. Okay, well, the central bank, whatever, okay, they only printed out, let's just say $100,000. So they can't cover everybody's, but so only a few people got covered, which was pretty much the rich and famous. And everybody else, too bad, so sad. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay, so every once in a while, I'm going to pop in a video, okay, every once in a while, because I feel that it's extremely important for you guys to see. It's so actually like a boots on the ground, okay? You have to actually see it, because a lot of people, I can talk till I'm blue in the face, and they'll be like, yeah, whatever. I want you to see it. I want you to experience it. I want you to see it, smell it, taste it. Okay, because that's how important it is, because it's coming here. I just spoke to a community member who I got very, very close with, who lives in Australia. She is flipping her shite right now. Why? Because it's already trickling over there. So heads up. Okay, this is no joke. So the scarcity of this new NAIRA, and it's NAIRA, okay, that's what their money is called, notes, which has been a subject of discussion across major towns and cities of Nigeria. It took another dimension when customers took to major streets in Ibadan, and that's Ibadan, the Oyo, and that's OYO, state capital, to protest. Now, bank customers in Ibadan, they have been finding it difficult to withdraw their money. And that's because not enough was printed. Okay, so the Central Bank of Nigeria, or CBN, had a few weeks ago introduced this newly redesigned N200, N500, and 1000 denominations across the country. Okay, and the Apex Bank had also directed commercial banks to fill their ATMs with this newly redesigned note, these bank notes. And the CBN also gave until January 31st, 2023 as this deadline for the exchange, excuse me, for the exchange of the old banknotes before extending it till February 10th. Now, it has also directed commercial banks to pay customers this new note over the counter. And the majority of the bank customers who went to withdraw money at various banks in Abadan, they couldn't do it. So this, of course, sparked protests in some parts of Abadan. And some of the areas where the customers are currently protesting are Agodi Gate, Ape, and Iwa Road. And the protesters, they burnt down several tires or so to register their displeasure. And the protesters were protesting their inability to withdraw money from the banks. Now, in comes President Buhari. And he says that the Central Bank of Nigeria assured him that there was capacity, manpower, and equipment to print enough of these new notes. He said the assurance was given to him before he considered giving approval for the new redesign policy. And the president spoke after meeting with governors of all the Progressive Congress, or APC, on this matter. There has been increased tension in the country as Nigerians are struggling to obtain cash at banks and point of sale terminals. And the president said he demanded an undertaking from the CBN that no new notes will be printed in a foreign country. And they in turn gave him assurances that there was enough capacity, manpower, and equipment to print the currency for local needs. Now, the president said that given the present situation, he will go back to find out what was actually happening. But the president also expressed doubts about the commitment of the banks to the success of the policy, describing them as inefficient. Some banks are inefficient, he said, and only concerned about themselves. Even if a year is added, problems associated with selfishness and greed will not go away. Now, the APC governors had earlier appealed to the president to allow both the old and the new notes to coexist to ease the suffering of Nigerians. And the Central Bank of Nigeria mopped up over N2 trillion of the old notes in circulation. Only N300 billion worth of new notes were printed. So it just goes to show you, they needed 2 trillion, but only 300 billion were actually printed. This is coming to our country. It just happened to start in Nigeria. I want you to please continue to prepare, continue to educate yourself, to get your priorities straight, to get your house in order, and do what you can and what your budget will allow you to. All right. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fear less.